day that I'm gone.
In my first set, I'll play a few songs that I wrote while we lived in Los Angeles. And during my second set, I will sing songs that I wrote since I moved to Palm Springs. So I have a story about each song because I took this songwriting class, and for the last 20 years I've taken on and off, and I've written about 20 songs in this class. This song I wrote in 2005, 20 years ago, and the inspiration for this was I was in a fast food restaurant and I noticed this young woman was speaking on her telephone, and there was something about the way that she spoke. She seemed very, very happy, and she seemed like the kind of person who's able to easily go through life calmly and effortlessly. So this is a song of what I imagined she was like, and the song is called A Life of Ease. When I saw you standing there alone, every word you spoke was clear. You were talking on the telephone, no mistaking you were here. You didn't seem to touch the ground as you walked across the floor, and your footsteps barely made a sound as you glided towards the door. Oh, life of ease, why can't living be so easy for everyone? Oh, life of ease, $1 million smile makes life look so fun. I wish that I could live a life of ease. When you come across a rainy day, you make it look like fun, 'cause you know the clouds will go away and soon you're laughing in the sun. Oh, life of ease, why can't living be so easy for everyone? Oh, life of ease, $1 million smile makes life look so fun. I wish that I could live a life. I wish that I could live a life. I wish that I could live a life of ease. I wrote this song 2018, imagining what it would like to be living in Los Angeles way in the future. And I chose this photo of a building that's located off of Figueroa in Culver City because it's very futuristic. It actually has no columns or pillars. It's being held up by this exoskeleton, which scares the heck out of me. But it's very futuristic. I imagine flying cars, living in very tall buildings, and traveling into outer space. I optimistically envision a peaceful world where people play guitar. I step into my little red sports car, hovering at my front door. The view is great from where I live on the 114th floor. I fly down La Cienega, go to Hollywood, wondering how do people drive. I like living in the 24th century. It feels great to be alive. We're living in a better world. There's no fighting, there's no war. We're living in a better world. There's no hunger anymore. No one's living on the street. No one's ever poor. We're living in a you. I booked a ticket for the window seat. It has the best view of the moon. And as we flew right over lunar craters, looking back the earth shone bright. Even though lunar craters can seem sort of pretty, the earth looked great that night. We're living in a better world. There's no fighting, there's no war. We're living in a better world. There's no hunger anymore. No one's living on the street, and no one's ever poor. We're living in a better world for sure. Whenever I go into outer space, I always take along my guitar, in case I get a chance to play, or maybe get a gig on Mars. I play guitar sitting on the moon, with the earth hanging in the sky. And as long as there are people who can play guitar, that's one more reason why. We're living in a better world. There's no fighting, there's no war. We're living in a better world. There's no hunger anymore. No one's living on the street, and no one's ever poor. We're living in a better world for sure. We're living in a better world for sure. It's about how my husband Claudio and I met in 2009. So I got a call from the younger brother of a friend of mine from college, and he was talking to someone online. He said that he should meet me. So Steve is a couple years younger than me and lived in Northern California at the time. And he called me one day in the fall of 2009 and said, I was chatting with someone online, and I thought this guy would be good for you, so I sent him your photograph, and here's his phone number. Call him and have coffee. And I was like, you did what? But I said, okay. And I called Claudio, and I made a date to meet for coffee the following Saturday in Santa Monica, 15 years ago, last October. We met, we had lunch, we walked on the beach, we walked on the pier, and on the 2nd Street, is it 3rd Street Promenade, right? And even though LA is 470 square miles, I found out that he lived only one exit away from me on the freeway. And we've been together since that day. Now, Steve claims he's never played matchmaker before, and he hasn't done so since. So I wrote the song about how my meeting Claudio was meant to be, and it's called More Than Luck. Steven sent you my photograph. Then he sent me your number. I was skeptical of matchmakers. Now I have to wonder. Something told him we'd be good together, perfect for each other. It's not by chance that I fell for you. It's more than luck that you love me too. It's more than luck. Stephen said you were an architect. He said there's something about you. Then he told you that I'd play guitar. You don't play, but you would like to. The day we met, we walked down to the ocean. We stopped along the way. We saw a house that you helped build. I felt at home that day. It's more than luck that we met this way. It's more than luck that you're here today. It's not by chance that I fell for you. It's more than luck that you love me too. It's more than luck. We found a place that's paradise. We're happy living here. Our paintings hanging on the walls will stay throughout the years. It's more than luck that we met this way. It's more than luck that you're here today. It's not by chance that I fell for you. It's more than luck that you love me too. It's more than luck. Thank you. I grew up in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And the locks refer to the locks on the canal, and the boats would go around the Connecticut River rapids. I think these days about 14 boats a year use it. But so Windsor Locks also has an international airport, which is what I reference about flying in the song. And I was able to share this song on Facebook with my classmates last year before our 50th high school reunion, which Claudio and I attended. And this song is about how my classmates have stayed in touch over the years, and they remain friends in spite of the passage of time. It's called Windsor Locks High School, Class of '74. Waiting for the time to pass, for class to end, for the bell to ring. We had futures to explore as planes soared overhead. We dreamed we were flying on them. We wanted freedom and much more. We were the Windsor Locks High School Class of '74. We were the Windsor Locks High School Class of '74. Then came graduation day. Put your pencils down, you're free to go. Photos frozen in a book that we took our senior year. We all looked so young in that yearbook. We wondered what life had in store. We were the Locks High School class of '74. We were the Windsor Locks High School class of '74. So many paths we've taken, some of our dreams were shaken, and still the years can't split us apart. And even as the time grows longer, the bonds that were formed are stronger. Friendships at last must have had a great start. And Windsor Locks High School is still in my heart. Some of us have moved away, while some have stayed. We come back home, seeing classmates that we've known, and we've grown through the years. Our reunions are much more than parties. We are a class forevermore. We are the Windsor Locks High School class of '74. We are the Windsor Locks High School class of '74. Uh, 2 years after Claudia and I met, we decided to move in together, and rather than moving into one of our apartments, we decided to buy a place to live instead. So as we were looking around at houses in LA, we came upon a place that Claudio had studied in his architecture courses. It's this condo complex in the middle of LA called Village Green, where there's over 600 units. It was built in the 40s, and it's 5 blocks long, and no streets go through it at all. So the cars are parked on the perimeter of the property, so we could go out our front door, walk half a mile to the right, and only see the lawns and trees and townhouses. We never saw the cars. So, and this was in the middle of LA. So we thought we'd live there forever, so we fixed it up exactly how we wanted it. Of course, we sold it after 7 years and moved to Palm Springs, where we learned to say never say never. And this is a song I wrote while we lived there, and about how it's a beautiful place to live. I see the trees outside my window when I wake up. The sky is blue and I feel great when I get up. I lift my head from the pillow, then I go to the window and I see sunlight and a very green lawn. I know beyond the trees and the grass are the cars and the traffic. Knowing that I don't have to leave for a while is fantastic. We wanted to live here. It took us a few years, and now that we're here, it's quite clear it's meant to be. There's a stillness that I feel, like a clock winding down, like there's no one around. There's a feeling of peace, it's always serene here at Village Green. I go for a walk every day round the green for an hour, strolling past just houses and trees and the lawns and the flowers. I never have to look at a car in the middle of LA, but so far from the noise and the rush and the gridlock. There's a stillness that I feel, like a clock winding down, like there's no one around. There's a feeling of peace, and it's always serene here at Village Green. We get to escape from the pace of LA and from living in the city. But when we go out, it's not very far. I think we're sitting pretty. There's a stillness that I feel, like a clock winding down, like there's no one around. There's a feeling of peace, and it's always serene here at Village Green. So when I was working and living in LA for many years, there come a time in the middle of the summer, usually the last week of July, where I couldn't focus on work and my brain just kind of stopped. And I knew it was time to go out in the sun, go kayaking, and forget about work. So I'd drive up to Russian River, north of San Francisco, where there was kayaking, swimming under the redwoods, and just the most beautiful, peaceful time you can imagine in the summer. This song that I wrote in class, in my class, was Karen Black, the actress, and she loved this song, and she insisted I call it by its full name. So the name of the song is "Lying on a Raft on a River in the Sun." So that's what I call it. I'll answer the rest of my emails. My voicemail will say that I'm gone. Throw some clothes in a bag, jump in my car. The journey to the river's not long. I'll look out the window and wonder, what will I do every day when I finally get out of the city, away from the pace of LA. Just wanna be still. I wanna play my guitar, I'll sing songs that I know, maybe read a good book, avoid getting into a car. Under the redwoods, all lined up one by one, while I'm lying on a raft on a river in the sun. In the sun, I'll hear every sound on the water as I'm lying there floating in style. Swimmers will splash in the distance, and I will look up every once in a while. At night I'll just sit by the river and look at stars in the sky. I bet I could count to 1,000,000. I know that I won't even try. Just wanna be still. I wanna play my guitar, I'll sing songs that I know, maybe read a good book, avoid getting into a Thank you. So I mentioned that these songs I've written since we moved to Palm Springs. And so I'm going to start with the song I wrote in October 2020. We moved here in July 2020. Now, a couple of years ago, Bonnie Raitt won Song of the Year for a song called Just Like That. By coincidence, I had written a song by that same title a couple of years earlier in 2020 in my songwriting class. So when that song won, I contacted my songwriting teacher and I said, if next year's Song of the Year is called Lying on a Raft on a River in the Sun, I'm going to be extremely suspicious. So, anyways, so I wrote the song, I said, in 2020, just a few months after moving to Palm Springs, and is well into the first year of COVID. So we made two major decisions just before COVID started. First, we decided to get married in December 2019, after being together for over 10 years. And second, we decided in January 2020 to sell our wonderful place at Village Green. And a month after that April COVID lockdown, we put our place in the market, bought a place in Palm Springs, and moved in July 2020. It all happened like really fast. So I wrote a song called Just Like That. Called Just Like That. We said I do in that Burbank chapel. It's been a few months now since we both said let's get married. The next day said our vows. A few weeks later, stuck in LA traffic, you said let's move to Palm Springs. It's a good time to sell, I found myself saying. So we sold our house and packed up our things just like that. Oh, just like that. The movers came one sunny morning. Soon all our things were gone. Flooding back came joyful memories of a place we loved so long. Empty rooms echoed our last footsteps in a house we used to own. Things changed fast, I said, as we drove down the freeway, and then we pulled up to our new home just like that. Just like that. I never liked change until I met you. Now it gets better whatever we do. The sun was shining that first morning. We woke up with the dawn. Opening the front door slowly, we stepped out to our lawn. I saw a palm tree standing there before me. The mountains reached to blue sky. We are here, I said, as if to convince us we can relax and start our new lives just like that. Ooh, just like that. Just like that. So when I met Claudio, he had this 3-year-old Chihuahua named Frosty. And Frosty lived for 17 years. He brought us much happiness until his passing a couple of years ago. He had a good life. He was happy, friendly dog that everyone loved, and he is sorely missed. And this is a song I wrote about how lucky we were at the time to have Frosty in our lives. I never thought I'd find myself with a Chihuahua in my lap, curled up like a snowball, just trying to take a nap. You've always been a quiet dog who never whines or cries. Oh, my heart melts when you look at me with those big brown eyes. When you want to take a walk, you just sit there at my feet, hoping that I'll read your mind and go and fetch your leash. You always bark at bigger dogs that could lead to your demise. So unaware, you turn to me with those big brown eyes. Oh, how lucky are we? You're in our lives every day. When I fell in love, you were part of the deal. I wouldn't have it any other way. We really like to sleep a lot, maybe 20 hours a day, reserving all your energy to run around and play. You always howl just like a wolf, convincing for your size, until you stop and look at me with those big brown eyes, those big brown eyes. So we've been living in Palm Springs for several months, and we would rarely venture out because of COVID. In fact, friends from LA and back east would ask me, so how do you like Palm Springs? And I would say, somewhat sarcastically, I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. So this song is how I felt about appreciating the fact that we were living in paradise. Springs. Palm Springs. The last days of sunlight, late in the day, turning to twilight, the sun goes away. Stars in the sky, moon through the palms, a distant guitar, and everything's calm. Awake with the dawn, the sun shining bright, you by my side, and everything's right, not knowing what the day may bring. Love in the air, birds start to sing in Palm Springs. By August 2021, I was downright ecstatic about living in Palm Springs. The only thing is that all those folks back east who listened to me for years about how I was calling cordless from poolside while they were in the midst of a blizzard were now giving me a hard time about the summer in Palm Springs. Oh, I could never live there. It's too hot. I suppose I asked for that. So I wrote a song to explain why I live in Palm Springs, and it's called You Don't Have to Shovel the Sunshine. You wonder why I moved out here. It's 120 degrees. Had I really thought it through, did I know how hot it could be? I know you really like the snow, but there's something that you should know. You don't have to shovel the sunshine. You don't have to shovel the sunshine. It doesn't freeze when it rains. It's warm and sunny all winter, and then it's summer again. You don't have to shovel the sunshine. You never have to deal with snow. You can wear a short sleeve shirt and a smile wherever you go. I used to have to shovel snow and scrape the ice off my car. I knew that if I wanted warmth, I'd have to move pretty far. I moved out where it's not so cold, somewhere sunny when I'm old, and you don't have to shovel the sunshine. You don't have to shovel the sunshine. It doesn't freeze when it rains. It's warm and sunny all winter, and then it's summer again. You don't have to shovel the sunshine. You never have to deal with snow. You can wear your tennis shoes and smile wherever you go. Oh, California, Palm Springs was calling my name. Oh, California, life will never be the same, 'cause you don't have to shovel the sunshine. It doesn't freeze when it rains. It's warm and sunny all winter, and then it's summer again. You don't have to shovel the sunshine, you never have to deal with snow. You can wear your dark sunglasses and a smile wherever you go. You don't have to shovel the sunshine. I wrote this in September 2021. So my husband Claudio, who didn't know I was going to talk about him so much, speaks several languages fluently: Portuguese, Spanish, and English. He also knows some Greek and Italian, whereas I like to say I'm still working on English. And in September 2021, I wrote a song about wanting to learn Portuguese, which is Claudio's native language since he grew up in Brazil. I'm still struggling to learn Portuguese. It's an on and off thing. I'm really trying. And this is the song about the challenge, at least for me, of learning a new language. It's called The Language of My Love. This is looking at Rio from Niterói, Claudio's hometown. So Claudio and his brother Renato grew up there. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. So they grew up in Niterói, and this is actually the view they had growing up from one of those high-rises on the water. We got an Airbnb, the three of us, and went to Brazil last August, September, for about 3 weeks. And we got an Airbnb with this exact view. And I got to experience Brazil for the first time, go on a tour, a walking tour of Bossa Nova, and learning all about Rio and going to the mountains and going to the beach cities. I highly recommend it. And if you go, and I think I have some friends that are going there soon, I hope you go on this Bossa Nova tour, because it talks all about the girl from Ipanema and how the history of the song was written, and Gilberto Gil and Antonio Carlos Jobim and all these great artists. When you first spoke, I thought I heard an angel. My words got kinda tangled up. My heart, it overflowed. You grew up in Rio de Janeiro. Nothing had prepared you for the life you've come to know. Speaking only Portuguese, you came to California. If I had known that we would meet, I might have tried to learn some. You learned to speak my native tongue long before I met you. I want to know the words you're thinking of. I want to learn the language of my love. We've been with friends when Portuguese was spoken. Conversations broken up with English words for me. I'm trying to learn to speak your childhood language. bordering on anguish, not knowing what I've heard. Speaking only Portuguese, you came to California. If I had known that we would meet, I might have tried to learn some. You learned to speak my native tongue long before I met you. I want to know the words you're thinking of. I want to learn the language of my love. I imagine listening to your stories about Brazil, tales about the Amazon, tales that give me thrills. I dream I'm speaking fluently and not a word is strange. I hear you speaking Portuguese, understanding for change. Speaking only Portuguese, you came to California. If I had known that we would meet, I might have tried to learn some. You learned to speak my native tongue long before I met you. I want to know the words you're thinking of. I want to learn the language of my love. Eu quero aprender a língua do meu amor. I want to learn the language of my love, the language of my love. So I don't know about you, but I really like not working. This song, let's hear it for that. This song is about retiring after working for many years and reflecting on how fortunate I am to be living here in this beautiful city with the person I love. And my final song this afternoon is called, appropriately, It's Better Than Ever. I don't see me sitting in a rocking chair, watching the grass grow while the radio blares. I'm gonna do everything I wanted to do, as long as I know I get to do them with you. I worked so many years from 9 to 5 to finally feel like I'm free. I feel so alive, 'cause you're living here with me. And now it's better than ever. Now I'll never say never. When I saw you from afar, you became my shining star. Now it's better than ever. When I was young, I wanted money and fame. chased after love, but love never came. When I got older, I sought help from above. And when I stopped looking, I found my true love. So many songs I know I need to write, so many things that you want to do. Let's take a chance. Let's make our dreams come true. And now it's better than ever. Now I'll never say never. When I held you in my arms, you became my lucky charm. And now it's better than ever. Dark times long ago, memories that kept holding me back. Forget about it, let it go. Nothing left for me tonight. Loving you will keep me in track. And now it's better than ever. Now I'll never say never. When I held you close to me, it was really clear to see. And now it's better than ever. Now it's better than ever. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'll answer the rest of my emails. My voicemail will say that I'm gone. Throw some clothes in a bag, jump in my car. The journey to the river's not long. I'll look out the window and wonder, what will I do every day when I finally get out of the city, away from the pace of LA. Just wanna be still. I wanna play my guitar